All right, let's do some talking about keyword research in eRank. eRank is a paid software. The pro account's only like $6 a month. It's definitely worth it. This is a very robust platform. There is a lot of stuff you can do here, and if you're new to eRank, this can end up being a bit overwhelming, but what's worse is that it can be a bit of a time suck. So the purpose of this video is to get you sort of a quick and dirty guide to eRank so that you can start using this software going into Q4. You know, our time management is super important. So I recommend that if you are new to this and you're just spending some time in eRank, I just kind of want to lay out the highlights so that you can use that, find some, do some good keyword research without ending up just like down the rabbit hole of eRank for hours and hours. In fact, in the next video, we're going to talk about an even quicker way to get the keywords that you need going for your listings. But for this one, let's talk about eRank a little bit. So there's two areas of this website that I think are the best to focus on as you're getting started. That's going to be your Keyword Explorer and your Keyword Tool. Now, we're going to start with Keyword Explorer, and for the sake of time for the video, I've gone ahead and loaded some search results. This website loads super slow, so we're just going to start here. So for Keyword Explorer, I've typed in mother-in-law and hit search. Now there's a lot of information here. If you're just getting started, I suggest you go down first and let's look at the related searches. So there's a lot of columns here. The ones to keep an eye on the most are going to be average searches. This is going to be per month on Etsy. The second one to keep your eye on is Etsy competition, as in how many other listings on Etsy are using this keyword. Now, there's a few things to keep in mind with eRank. This is really great software, but you also want to take the results with a grain of salt. And you also want to keep in mind that a lot of the keywords that show up in the result are going to be long tail keywords. So mother-in-law gift for Mother's Day is obviously not going to fit in one tag. So sometimes when you're doing this research, you want to have a more holistic point of view and be thinking about angles you can use in your writing or long tail keywords you can create using multiple tags in your Etsy listing. So while we're looking at our search results, we're going to want to filter by Etsy competition. This is just a really easy way to kind of help you find pockets of opportunity quicker. So in an ideal world, we're going to find a keyword that's going to be in the green for average search volume and going to be in the green for Etsy competition. So we're going to just kind of scroll through, and again, this is something you can either take a lot of time to do or just kind of glance through if you want to find some different angles for your listing or a niche that you're working on. So as we scroll down, you can see the Etsy competition starting to grow. So far, the search volume's been pretty low on a lot of these results. But I wanted to come to this keyword because it's a good example. So this is a great search result for us. We have a high monthly search volume and a low Etsy competition. So this is definitely something that you would want to add to your keyword list. Now, one of my favorite functions of eRank is that you can create keyword lists, and you can do it down here in the bottom. So what you would want to do is come in, you can create a new list, and we would do mother-in-law. We're going to save that list. I meant that to be example, but not ex-mother-in-law. This is just an example. So the cool thing about this is that if that is selected in this bottom menu, anything we star is going to get saved to this list, and we'll be able to come back and check it out. The other thing I really recommend doing is creating a keyword list just called ideas or to come back to. A lot of times what I've noticed when you're doing this research is you'll find a keyword that doesn't really fit the batch of messages that you're working on, but it's got really juicy stats, and it might be something you want to come back to. So if you found something like that, you could just pop down here, change your list, save it, and then change it right back to the one you're working on at the time. So that's just kind of something to keep in mind as you're using this. Now, another tool that you can use on eRank is the keyword tool. So again, I've gone ahead and opened this keyword specifically in another tab into keyword tool since it takes a while for these to load. Now, the thing I like the most about keyword tool is going to be this word cloud result, which has got a lot of times you can come in here and get ideas. So the nice thing about this is that a lot of times when we're working on our Etsy listings, we're kind of too close to the project, and I found that I will sometimes forget some of the most basic things, which I would normally remember. It's just that I'm kind of in this like hyper-focus mode. So maybe there is a different term for mother-in-law that I just either didn't know about or I spaced on. This is a good place to find it. For instance, mother of the groom might be something that I wouldn't immediately think of. So maybe I want to, right-click this and get it into another tab while I'm doing my research, and I can kind of open a few of these and continue to build to my mother-in-law list. Let's get it open. Oh, well, I opened this earlier, so it's not there. I would have to reload the tab to find the list we just created, but I hope you get the point that I'm trying to make. So yeah, in the keyword tool, this is a great feature. We can also come down here and find some more keyword ideas. And again, I would be able to filter by competition and then start looking. There may be other angles or words that you hadn't considered, and you can find some more stats this way. If we continue scrolling, we can even start looking at some competition. And then we're able to see the tags that they use, their title and their tags, which is another feature that I find really helpful. So before we opened this for Mother of the Groom, and then we can continue looking for results and different ideas and build our list as we go. That's a very basic overview about how to use eRank. Again, like I mentioned, this is a really robust platform. There's lots of stuff you can do with it. Competitor research, you can look and see how your own listings are ranking. But for now, and something that is really important that I just like to reiterate over and over again, time management is definitely going to be one of the biggest ways to improve your profits in this business model. So I just want everyone to kind of keep this in the back of your mind as you're using this software. If it becomes a time suck, it's actually not an effective tool for you, right? So keep that in mind while you're using it. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about a way to think about your titles and tags if a lot of keyword research is just not really realistic for you. So I'll see you in the next video.